it is me, Kristine. Welcome back to my channel. Today I will be chatting about how to maintain mental okayness. Maintain some form of a steady mental state. I'm not a doctor, not a certified anything. Yes, I did think of these tips with school in mind as like the #1 priority, but you can really take these in whatever field of life you're in right now. These are tips for when you are really in the fire, in the moment in life. This is almost the most important one. They're not in order of how important they are, but this one is tackle any frustration, any anger, any drama, anything that will get more complicated if you choose to leave it for later. Tackle that stuff right away, and I mean like right away. I get it. Not too many people love confrontation with another person, with yourself, but get comfortable with it because it will save you time and time again moving forward. You may say I'm not good at confrontation. I genuinely believe that no one is naturally good at confrontation. The more you do it, the better you'll get. I'm okay at confrontation. I'm not scared of it. And because of that, some people may find my approach a little aggressive, and I understand that that might not be the most welcoming. So with that in mind, I chose to adjust and learn and grow and be more flexible with my approaches and techniques of confrontation. But this skill of confronting has to run alongside a skill of not being overly sensitive. Being sensitive is great, it's healthy, it's all good. But if you're growing in your confronting journey and you are still very sensitive, yeah, it's just not gonna work for you. It's not desensitizing yourself from situations or from comments or from feelings. If anything, you would want to be able to emphasize and feel the feelings that the other person or that yourself is going through. It's being able to organize facts from emotions, or logic from emotion, or your ego from facts. Because when you can organize, you can see problems more clearly and the flow of the conversation will be more productive. Always have this in the back of your mind and in the beginning of all your sentences. No one is perfect. They are not perfect, you are not perfect. Because this base understanding, you don't have to verbally say it, but keeping it in your head, it's a constant reminder every time you open your mouth to speak, having that understanding. I'm not perfect, they're not perfect. This fact puts everyone on the same playing field. No matter what you've done, what they've done, what the situation is, a lot of the time it stops ego from getting into play. Don't let your days control you. Learn how to control your days. Learn how to be content with whatever you're freaking given, and figure out how you can adjust to make any day the best day ever. As human beings, we put some weird ass things as pillars to whether or not we're gonna have a good day or a not so great day. For example, a very common one where I live is weather. And I used to always let the weather control, oh, it's not gonna be a very good day today. Or like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be a freaking fabulous day. Maybe you're not feeling your outfit. You always eat this breakfast every single day, but you ran out of oatmeal. These things could be completely random. We don't notice them, but they, in a way, control our days. Don't forget to have a good time. You don't have to have a wild night out or a day full of self-care. Whatever a good time is for you, don't forget to have those days, those nights, those hours. I remember I had a moment in my life where I would feel guilty for having fun. But back then when it was happening, I don't really remember why I felt that way. My best guess is I felt like I didn't deserve to have fun, which is just like, no one deserves anything in this world. Like, you just get given what you're given and you work with it. I love having like really wild fun nights out, and I also love being at home by myself. This is kind of a different topic, but I didn't take advantage of my youth. I was so focused on reaching goals or thinking about my future and what I want to achieve with my life. I didn't stop to have fun. Don't get me wrong, growing up I had fun. I had those nights out. I had fun times, don't get me wrong. But I believe I stopped myself from having more of those times. But please don't feel guilty for having fun or feel like you didn't do enough in your day, especially because so many people are doing remote learning or remote working. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel like you haven't achieved enough to have a good time. This one I feel like I should read just because I want to like get it good. This tip is important, but I understand why not all people will follow it. Don't be afraid to fall behind. It has such a negative viewpoint in society. Don't be afraid to prioritize something else, especially your mental health. I did this and I didn't have the most outgoing high school experience, the most social. It's okay to not be where everyone is or where you feel like you should be. But this tip does come with privilege. The privilege to feel the freedom to venture on a different path and thinking that you'll be okay, having understanding parents, even a level of financial confidence. If you are in a tough situation with your family, any surroundings, grinding for you is the only option. You are fully supporting yourself. You don't have the ability to focus on you because you are focusing on you. You are trying to make it by. And you to take a couple months off to like focus on your mental health and to figure it out up there is just not an option. If you're in that situation, I hope that you are at least taking care of yourself. Small things every day, journaling, asking yourself how you feel, reflecting on if something annoyed you or made you upset. But if you do have that level of freedom where you can say, hey, I'm gonna put this on pause right now because I gotta focus on something else. Don't be afraid to fall behind in the eyes of society. It's terrifying. A lot of the time, it doesn't feel rewarding. It is tough. But I encourage you to not be afraid if you feel like that is the way you should go. Your life could change in one day. You could make one decision that completely changes your life. It may not seem like the most logical thing to do, smartest thing to do, may not make sense to anybody else but you, but don't be afraid. Put yourself first. Self-care in whatever ways you see fit. Putting yourself first can look like self-care and a pamper night, or a relaxed day, a chill day. Or it can look like learning to say no. Or it can look like learning to say yes. It can look like not falling for the same type of guy over and over again. It can look like switching up your entire life because you're just so unhappy. It can look like you choosing to put so much effort into your outfit every single day because you want to. People question you, people maybe make fun of you, but you're like, no, I want to do this. This is for me. That's all I've got for y'all. But if you have tips for us all, or you want to share how your day has been going, your month, your mood, comment down below. This is my second video for back to school. I'll link the first one down below. Thank you all so much for all the support. Thank you for watching. I love y'all. Join the time, subscribe, and I'll see you in a little bit.